Hi, I'm Tina from Tina K Skincare. I have a request by Alina who is after a skincare routine that will help to treat her pigmentation and also look after fine lines and keep her skin well hydrated. So I'm going to show you a routine that can cover all of those things. So first of all, I'm going to cleanse with the Lipid Balance Cleansing Oil by Medik8. It was Medik8 that she requested this routine by, so that's why I've chosen Medik8 for this routine. So I'm just going to give the skin a cleanse with this really lovely oil. This oil cleanser is suitable for all skin types, even oily. Although people think you wouldn't use an oil cleanser for oily skin, but in actual fact, the oil attracts oil, so it helps to gently remove excess oil without drying the skin at all. It also removes makeup very well, so because it gets in and dissolves those waxes and things that are contained in your mascaras and your eye products. So if I'm wearing makeup, I would do a double cleanse with this, just like normal, and I will do that now. So this can be used in the shower as well. When you add a little bit of water to this, which I have got, I'll grab a little bit of water here. It starts to get a little bit of a milky look. I don't think you can see that here, but it goes a little milky. And so you simply rinse off in the shower or you wipe off with a soft cloth. And for this routine, I'm going to, for my second cleanse, I'm going to mix in the Brightening Power Cleanse into this Lipid Balance Cleansing Oil. So this is it's a polishing micro exfoliant with Oxy R, so it's particularly good for pigmented skin. So I've just got a bit of powder on my palm there, if you can see that, and I'm going to put just a little squirt of the Lipid Balance Cleansing Oil and give it a little mix. A little bit more, and this will form like a paste, and it feels, you can feel just very, very fine granules in this. It feels very good on the skin. So I've got this oily texture, but then I've got the grit of the granules that are in this brightening cleanse here. And so this is also suitable for anyone that has a lot of dry and flaky skin, because it really does help to remove that quite effectively without stripping, without being too harsh as well. But it's particularly formulated for skins that are pigmented. So we do this for about probably about a minute. I won't continue with this for a minute now, but about a minute is long enough for this second step of cleansing. I'm just going to remove that now, and then I'll follow with the toner just to make sure that my skin is rebalanced back to its pH and that any excess cleanser has gone from my skin. So in this routine, I'm going to combine a few serums for the AM and the PM. And I'm going to be using the White Balance Brightening Serum, both AM and PM, but in the daytime I'm going to couple that with the Super C30 Intense, which is a very powerful vitamin C. And then the nighttime I'm going to couple it with the retinol serum. So depending on your skin's tolerance to retinol, will depend on where you start. So you start at retinol 3 TR, building up to 6 and to 10. So depending on where you're at will be what retinol that you would choose. Okay, so I'm just going to use the toner, the Pore Minimizing Tonic. This is suitable for all skin types, and it has the most amazing smell. It smells like you can almost want to eat it. It's so nice. So it's also deep cleansing because it's got mandelic acid in it. Okay, so that has got all of my cleanser off and all of that brightening cleansing powder. Ready for the first serum. So the White Balance brightening serums, they come in one pack, but you get two bottles. And this is because you need to keep them fresh. So we're only opening half of your product at a time. And inside this cap here, which I'm going to click down, is the powder. So this is going to drop into, and I'll shake, and then I can use my little dropper, which I haven't got here, but normally you have a dropper that you put in. So I'm just going to click this. You hear that click, which has just released the powder into the serum. And you pop the other one aside somewhere else so you don't get them mixed up. And then when you finish this, you carry on with the second one. Okay, so just make sure that's all. So this is quite we've had a lot of good feedback from this product, being quite effective in treating pigmentation. Just give it a bit more of a shake. Make sure that first shake is particularly good, but make sure that you do give it a shake every time you do go to use it, to make sure that powder is definitely distributed amongst the liquid. Normally you have a little dropper, so you only need to use a couple of drops. And this is a nice serum too that goes on the skin, so just apply that. And over the top of this, I'm then going to apply vitamin C. That's just going to give me extra boost for pigmentation treatment. Okay. So the vitamin C, this is one of the more intensive levels as well. You can, if you're new to vitamin C, you can start off on the C tetra, which is the first level. I have been a little heavy-handed here, only because I didn't have my dropper. So I'm just going to remove that off my hand and pat it in. Normally you have your dropper with your brightening serum. Okay, and I'll just make sure that before I carry on with my next step, which is the serum for my eyes, the vitamin C, the C tetra eye. This really does help when you couple it with your eye cream in giving a more intensive treatment for the eye area, which we all know our eyes can definitely do with that. So I'm just going to pat this on as well. And while I'm doing this, my serum on my skin's absorbing. A bit on your lips as well. I find it's quite good for the lip area. Okay. So not only is this good for pigment, also it's good for those fine lines around the eyes. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my day cream. I've chosen this one because sunscreen and sun protection is important for all of us, because the sun is the biggest thing that ages our skin. But it is also the biggest thing that will keep bringing out pigment in the skin and triggers it to come to the surface. So we want to avoid that by putting on a good sunscreen every day. So this one is a vitamin C cream, but is a 50 SPF. So we know we're getting the protection we need, and then we're getting the hydrating benefits from this cream and the antioxidant benefits from the vitamin C. It's quite a light textured cream, but it's very hydrating. I'm very heavy-handed. It's from all my years of being a therapist. Okay. And last but not least, for the daytime, we need to put on the eye cream, which this is the Advanced Day Eye Protect. So it also has some protection in it, but it works in with the eye serum I just applied before. Okay, so that's the daytime routine. What's going to change for the nighttime is simply the serum that I'm using. So I will do the same cleanse step and toning, and then I'm going to use the brightening, White Balance brightening serum again, because I'm using this twice a day, morning and night. But instead of putting on the C serum, I'm then going to use the retinol serum. So we don't use retinol in the daytime, so it's always a nighttime thing. Anything with retinol in it, being your cream or your serums, and your retinol eye serums. So I won't apply this because I've just applied everything else. But if you were to be in your night step now, you would be using your retinol serum after the White Balance brightening serum, and then you would use the retinol eye serum, which is this one here. You put that on, followed by your night cream for your eye, which is the Advanced Night Eye. Extremely hydrating, and it helps to regenerate and repair around the eye area. That also increases the benefits of the retinol eye serum. So there you have different cream for the night too. So as I mentioned, the daytime is the Daily Radiance Vitamin C, which has a SPF 50 in it, but we don't need an SPF for nighttime. So there's two different options here, depending on how stubborn your pigmentation is. If it is something that's quite prevalent, then the nighttime, what I recommend to use is the White Balance Overnight Repair. So it says it's a night cream, but it's very specific for treating pigmentation. Or if you've got quite mild pigmentation and you want to put something on that's not that's a little bit more hydrating, the Advanced Night Restore, and it works really well on top of vitamin A serum. So it's designed to go over your retinol serums. It's very, very hydrating. I'll show you the texture of it. It's just beautiful as well. I'm just going to put a little bit on over the top. You can never have too much moisturizer. One thing I like about the Medik8 range is all the products, they smell different from each other, but they all have the most amazing smell. They're all so, there's a freshness about the smell in all of them. A subtle smell, nothing too overpowering. And there are no artificial fragrances in this range. It's all natural and it just smells divine. That feels really lovely. Okay, so that'll be enough for facials for me today. I've been lucky enough to have given myself 3 now, so I'm a very lucky girl. But anyway, this is for you, Alina. So this will help you with your new routine.